Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I am here with a pocket page layout for you. This is using that Gossamer Blue kit that I had kind of put together from my stash. It was a kit that I had purchased at the end of when Gossamer Blue was in existence, I guess. So they're like going out of business sale. And so I purchased a couple different kits, and I've just been having them sitting in my stash for a while. Haven't really been working with them, so I decided now was the perfect time to pull it out. So I think this is the third layout, and then I also did two Traveler's Notebook spreads. I will have all the links to all the videos in the description box below, and then I'm also going to do like a D-kit or kill a kit video next for you guys so you can see what's actually left out of this kit. I also had the an unboxing or kit share, I suppose, because it wasn't really an unboxing. It was more of a kit share where I showed you what I added from my stash and all of that to this kit, which is also linked down in the description box below. Well, when going through this kit, and you're going to see me kind of fuss with the cards back and forth here, I could not decide what cards I wanted to use, and I kind of wanted to use the 4x6 cards that were in the kit just because they were in the kit, but it just added a bunch of different colors that I wasn't really sure about. Like that diagonal card is just way too busy for me. And then this one is just a white pattern paper, and I'm covering up the word August because I didn't need the word August. I think these are actually photos from July. Yes, because that's my birthday there, so that is July. But I just decided to end up going with a plain piece of white. Well, it's not, actually, let me take that back. It's not a plain piece of white cardstock on the top left. It's actually a journaling card. It is from the kit, but it's not the original one that I was going to pick. And then on this plain white one over here, I am going to add a little bit of a pattern paper, and it adds a little bit of that red color back in. But since it's not the exact red as that dotted red pattern that you see that makes that heart, I moved the photos to the center of those cards to kind of break up the red, so it's not quite as noticeable that it's not the exact red. It doesn't have to be the exact red, but it just seemed like it was reading more orange to me when they were right next to each other. So by separating them by the two different photos, you really can't tell at all. They look like they're the same color red. It's one of those like tricks to the eye kind of thing. I love this kit. I have always loved most of the Gossamer Blue kits, primarily because of the colors that they pick. So I really like the navy and the gray and the like powdery blue color mixed together with these pops of this like reddish pinky color as well. I just think it's an awesome color combination, and this kit was full of it. So there were lots of other colors in the kit as well, but I really pulled out those particular colors. The layout that I did called Our Great Adventure, which will be linked down below if you missed it, was also those same colors. I just thought that they worked so well together, and I really played off of that in using this kit over and over again. Now, I do have some things left in the kit that I ended up not using up completely, but all of that's just going to go back in my stash. It's just stuff that I can use on other layouts. I am going to be doing a couple new things, I think, here for you guys, and I'm really considering, I will let you know for sure, but I'm really considering making February the month that I do a video a day, or at least attempting to do a video a day. Oh, this seems a little intense. Sorry, I had a phone call, but that seems a little intense. I haven't quite wrapped my head around it. I really want to do it, but it just kind of depends. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be successful in it, but I think the only way to really find out is to just go for it. Just jump in and do it and see if it works. And if it doesn't, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but hey, I want to attempt it, and I really want to. It's a good way to challenge myself and my goal of doing something creative every single day. So I think I'm going to try it for February. I will give you guys the definite word when I decide. But, I mean, we're getting pretty darn close to February, so I have to at least do a video a couple days. I have to do my videos a few days before I post them just to ensure that they're up on time and I have the blog post ready and all of that. So, but we'll see. I'll let you know for sure. I guess you'll see if they're here or not on February 1st. We will see. I'm not 100% sure yet. So, anyways, this layout is actually fairly, I guess you could say simple, but let me tell you, I'm about to do my favorite part of the whole layout. So I got all the cards situated. I'm adding a couple layers of washi tape here and there. I did that like blue, powdery blue checker one under the top right card, under the this magic moment card, and then I'm doing this pink polka dotted one on this top left card, and I'm going to also do the same thing with the washi tape that has the circles and the hearts. I'm just going to layer it on some white cardstock, and then also on that gray one as well that says nom 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 and delish. I'm going to actually use a little bit of that as well on the photo of me with the sombrero. That's actually my birthday dinner. We went out to eat Mexican food, and there's a picture of me wearing the sombrero. So I'm really utilizing the washi tape that came in the kit, but I'm going to do something different here in just a moment. I'm actually going to do some stamping, and I'm going to stamp 3 different captions for 3 different photos, and those are for the photos of us in the construction site for our house, where we were standing in the different parts of the house. The bottom one is going to have like Ernest shop. The top one is going to have Kaylin's basketball. It's going to say like future basketball court, because he always plays basketball in our little foyer area, has always done that since he was like 1.5 when he could walk. We've always had the over the door basketball goal. We do have one out in the driveway too, like a real big one, but we've always had the over the door one as well, because he's just always shot on it. It's always been something he really enjoyed. So that's going to say future basketball court, and then the top left one is going to say future home. And so these photos were in the construction process. We are obviously in our house now, but these photos were from the construction process, where we were actually standing in the house. We would come visit the house just about every other weekend or so to see the progress on the house. And so this kind of documents that process. I wish I had taken more photos and documented more along the way, but it was kind of the same thing over and over again, and a lot of frustration because our house was supposed to be done quite a bit sooner than it actually was done. So I don't know that I actually really want all of that documented, because it was a very stressful point in time, and I've got a lot of it already documented in Project Life anyway, so it's not like it was missed by any means. It's just some things went a little bit faster than other things. So I'm getting all the cards laid out. I've gotten all the photos trimmed down and adhered, and then I'm just rounding the corners on these middle cards, and then that's going to kind of get the background done. I'm going to do a lot of stamping. Like I said, I am going to cut a lot of that out, so you don't actually have to watch me sit here and stamp, but basically I'm stamping the Walden Print Alpha stamps from Studio 29 Designs. Unfortunately, they're no longer in business, so you can't purchase these, but there's a lot of different alpha stamps that you can get that would have the same effect. It just depends on what you find. Now, before I do that, I am layering a few of these word stickers down. I'm just trimming them down a little bit to get them to be a little bit narrower and to cut out a little bit of the white space on the stickers. I've got wonderful down here at the bottom. I'm going to layer well, the wonderful is actually going to move. Here you go. It's going to move. I'm going to put you and me down here at the bottom, and then I'm also going to put sweet at the very top under the heart on that dotted card. I really like that dotted card. It's like somebody took a red magic marker and like did a whole bunch of little dots, but have there's a negative space of a heart as well. It's really kind of a cool design. I'm getting these word stickers adhered down, and then I'm going to actually pull out my stamps and do my stamping. So as I said, it's the Walden Print Alphas, and then I am using my Paper Tray Ink Smoky Shadow ink, and that's actually from Paper Tray Ink, as I mentioned. It's one of my favorite inks. It's supposed to be like a dark gray, but it's truly a black. It's not, there's nothing gray about it. It's black. But I like to use it because it's a nice crisp stamp. Ink. It's a really nice stamping ink. If you guys are ever in the market for a good variety of inks, there's a lot of companies out there that offer inks, but I've kind of fallen in love accidentally with Paper Tray inks. They're very affordable. You can buy the re-inkers, and they have such a wide array of colors that are available. I've actually probably got, I don't know, about 6 or 7 different ones now, and I'm kind of building my collection. It's only, I think, $5 for the ink pad and maybe $3 for the re-inker. And once you have the re-inker, I've never had to repurchase the ink pad. I've had re-inkers for some Stampin' Up! Inks for years now, and I continue to use the reinkers, and they're not even halfway gone. I have this fear that the ones that I use the most will disappear and then I'll never be able to get them again, which will happen because you'll have retired colors and all of that. But there always is another company that offers the same color with just a different name, maybe a slightly different formula. So I've got to get over that fear of like not being able to find an alternative, because I have the urge to buy like 4 or 5 reinkers of each kind, even though that's really unnecessary. There's really no need for that. But with the paper tray ink ones only being $3 for a reinker, it's really kind of attractive. I've thought about it. But anyways, thus far I have not done that. I've only bought 1 reinker for each ink pad. And I've never even used them yet because a lot of the ink pads are fairly new. I haven't even had to use the reinkers. So this is where I'm doing my stamping. I'm using a little bit of just white cardstock scraps and stamping it out. It took me forever because I kind of was making them centered, and then I was layering them on a little bit of this glassine bag that you see me using, and then putting them kind of overlapping on the photos and on the cards. Just trying to figure this one out. I'm gonna have to trim down this Magic Moment card just a little bit to be able to make this stamping fit at the top and not feel so crowded. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on that Future Home one on the top left photo there. That's a picture of the front of our house with no siding or anything on yet. It's truly under construction here. Our house, oh my goodness, building our house was such an ordeal. I loved the fact that we were able to build our house and be able to be in our house now. I absolutely love our home, but I hated the building process. It was such a pain in the butt, and it took so much longer. We're talking months longer, like 5 months longer than what was the original projection. Basically, at the point in time where we should have been moving in is really when they kind of started the house, which was really unfortunate. Now, I know there's a lot to do before the actual building process, such as like grading the land and doing the drainage and all of that stuff, because we were in a new section of a new community. So it was the roads weren't even paved yet. They were basically dirt roads whenever we picked out our lot. So there was a lot to be done, but it was still just a very stressful process. So this layout is kind of funny to me now looking at it, because at the time, like, I am super happy now, but at the time this was such an exciting but stressful time as well. So it's kind of funny having this layout documented, looking at it now, like in hindsight. And on that card that says Travelogue, I know that is like a travel themed card, but this was really a journey for us going through this whole process. And that's what I talk about in the journaling. I say, has been about 12 years in the making, because it really was. We started looking at purchasing a house like 12 years ago, or I guess 13 years ago now, but when these photos were, it was 12 years ago. I did the math when I was doing my journaling. So it was quite a long time in the making, and it really was an amazing adventure, and to finally get there, but boy, was it stressful. And, I just kind of document a little bit about that. I have a feeling we won't move for like 20 years or something, because it was such a big process. Just doing a few last minute little things, like putting some word stickers, as well as using a few of these enamel shapes, scattering some different things across the layout, and then pretty much finishing it up. I will have a few things that I add, but as always at the very end, there are going to be some still shots of the layout that you can take a look at. Please let me know if you have any questions or have any suggestions. Sometimes you see things that I don't see, and I always like to watch other people's layouts as well. So if you guys have channels that I don't know about, please leave your channel name in the description box below so I can go check out your channels as well. I'm always looking for new YouTubers, and or even old YouTubers that maybe I didn't know made layouts. I'm realizing, well, as I'm also watching this, I'm going like way overboard with these enamel shapes, but I love them, so they're getting put everywhere on this layout. But I've noticed in my subscription feed here on YouTube that a lot of my favorite YouTubers that I've watched for years aren't doing quite as much YouTube videos anymore, which is really unfortunate, because I love to watch YouTube videos. I work from home now, and so I do a lot of when I'm doing paperwork or catching up on my Etsy shop or things like that. I just let different YouTube videos play. It's usually whatever's in my subscription feed, but I'm noticing like there's less and less scrapbook layouts, whether it's pocket pages or traveler's notebook pages or traditional scrapbook pages, there are less and less videos of those coming out each and every week. Like, it's just not, there's just not that many. I watch a lot of other YouTubers as well. There's a couple vloggers that I watch, and then a couple like lifestyle, like organizational videos and things like that. So I've got a variety of different videos that are in my subscription feed, but I'm noticing it used to be like 75% scrapbook videos and like 25% other. Now it's almost 75% other and only 25% scrapbook videos. And it's not that I've really changed my subscriptions. I'm still subscribed to the same people, and I even went back to make sure that I was subscribed to certain people because I wasn't seeing videos. But it just seems that there's less and less videos being put out there, which is super unfortunate because I love watching them. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this process. I hope you guys have enjoyed my videos, and I will again let you know about the video day, but I'm shooting for February, so we will see. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.